Aquarius, welcome to your September 2023 monthly reading here. We're just going to go ahead and jump straight in like we always do. And we're going to take a look and see what are the energies surrounding you for the month here. All right. Let's do it. The reason why I'm kind of laughing and smiling right now is because I don't even know. Sometimes I just have to laugh at the intensity of my Scorpio moon. But anyways, let's see. Because if you have a Scorpio moon, as I'm pulling these cards, just talk to you for a moment here. If you have a Scorpio moon, your emotions are intense. Okay? So when you're mad, you're mad. When you're bored, you're fucking bored. When you're frustrated, you're fucking frustrated. When you're happy, you're fucking happy. And it can very much seem very bipolar. Oh man, alright. So, I don't know, I just have to laugh sometimes. You just gotta laugh at yourself sometimes. Because life is not that serious. And I think that is a lesson for a lot of Scorpio moons. It's like, life isn't that serious, I mean, there's serious things in life, but sometimes it's like, we can take ourselves too seriously, So anyways, Aquarius. I think that's been one thing. I'm still pulling cards, by the way, but I think that's been one thing I've always have felt a weird energy around, like an energy of almost like shame in a way, like you shouldn't be so, like your emotions shouldn't be that intense, like you shouldn't feel that way, But it's like I feel the way I feel, and that's the way I fucking feel. So let's get into it, Aquarius. So. Very interesting reading already to start off right now. Now you did pull this Mercury retrograde card. So this is your current energy for the newer ones, your challenge, and then the future position here. But let me actually pull this up. Okay, here we go. So a lot of you at this time, I do feel that you could be sort of going over some things. I also kind of get that there's like people from your past in your energy, and you're also like kind of trying to work things out with these people, whether it's like, it could be romantic, honestly, but it could also be, anything else too, like old friendships, any type of really old relationship. And I think it's like a lot of you guys have been asking yourself like these deep questions of, do I really want to connect with these people anymore? Or should I go back and connect with that person? Or this person that's trying to come back into my life, I don't really know what I think right now about it. And so I kind of feel like you're kind of going back and forth in your mind a little bit about some of these things, because with this Four of Pentacles here, a lot of you are just really wanting to focus on yourself and focus on your own aspirations and ambitions at this time. It's not to say that you're not being social or anything like that, but I feel like it's just more so like things with the past. You don't want things from the past to really come back and influence your way of doing things, right? Like I'll give you an example. Like let's just say like you've dealt with a lot of toxic relationships in the past and they threw you off your game, Aquarius. And now it's like, those things could be starting, maybe they're trying to come back into your life, or I don't know, it's something like that. But it's like you're really focused at this time, and you're still like actively being social too with the Three of Cups. And you could even actually, for the ones that are single, you could be involved with the person or just kind of out mingling, or dating or whatever the case might be. If not, don't worry about it. But there's just certain relationships that I get here that are some of them you don't want to start, and there's newer ones that you do want to start. And the ones that you've already started, it's like you just want to partake in them more and be involved in them more. But I'm also hearing like, if you made some mistakes in the past year, Aquarius, I keep wanting to call y'all Capricorn. Maybe some of you have a Capricorn placement. If you made some mistakes here in the past, I think it's telling you to forgive yourself. I think you've made a lot of progress, and you shouldn't be too hard on yourself here. But if you look at this row, and by the way, I mean, your future position does look good. I know that Five of Cups is here, but I'm going to talk about that here in a moment. If you look at this row, this is all cardinal energy, right? And cardinal energy is kind of like the initiator, like the initiation type of energy. And you have the Four of Pentacles, which is Capricorn, the Three of Cups, which is Cancer, and you have the Three of Swords, which is Libra. And so all of these things right here is all combining and putting the pressure on your own freedom and independence. What are the relationships in your life that don't allow you to feel free? Right? And I just kind of feel like you just want to do your own thing. It's like you want to do what you want to do, and you don't want anybody to influence that. So that's why it's like you're looking and you're asking, like, or you're just wanting to be involved with the right people rather than the wrong people, or being involved in the right things rather than the wrong things. You have a personal issue reaches resolution here. So, and this is in the challenge row. So if there has been any personal issues, like I was kind of mentioning in this first row, I think there is a resolution. If you take a look here at your challenge, a lot of this could be actually around like your family or maybe the people that you grew up with, you know, really close friendships or support systems. If there's been any type of obstacle or personal issues, I do feel there is a resolution to those things here. So, and I see a lot of you this month, like really trying to work toward your long-term aspirations and goals with this 10 of Pentacles, right? Because I always say that the 10 of Pentacles is like, where do you see yourself 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 3 years from now? Like, what are you ultimately trying to create in your life? What are you trying to build and work toward? Who's the person that you're ultimately trying to become, and the lifestyle that you're ultimately trying to work toward, right? And it's about the manifestation of all these long-term things. And I see it very much though with the 2 of Pentacles and the Justice card, you're figuring out how to bring balance here, right? With your personal life and your relationships and your work life. And, you know, there could be some things at this time, you know, some certain issues in certain areas that you're trying to manage and figure out. And it's not to say that everything is rocky. It's just like you may be wanting things to actually run more smoother. This is the first time I pulled this card. Look at this card. So we're gonna go to your future position here. You pulled this giant panda card. That's the first time I pulled this card, and it says innocence, gentleness, harmony, and balance. And yeah, I was just kind of talking about the balance thing here. So, you know, I think this is really getting back to a way of life that you really truly enjoy, with this innocence being part of this archetype here, and like really starting to embrace who you really are, really starting to embrace like your unique nature, your inner power, and like your inner pillar of strength here as well. And ultimately it's like you're having to, with the balance that I was just talking about, it's like you're wanting to bring things into balance so you can have more harmony in your life. So, and I do feel like there's some things here that I'm gonna keep it real with you, are quite tough to let go of in this future position with the Hangman and the 5 of Cups, right? Because this is like when we're still trying to formulate like the understanding of certain events or just things in our life, especially the things that have come and go. Maybe things that you regret, or maybe things that you feel guilty about or shame around. It could be really tough of any underlying emotion here. But I think you really need to have more compassion for yourself here. You know, surrender what it was that you have attached yourself to, and formulating a whole sense of meaning around, because I think those things have left your life for a reason. Or if things didn't really happen in your favor, I think it was for a reason. And the Hangman is like, we just need to surrender and let go, and you know, the meaning will reveal itself down the line. I don't know if you've ever heard of that quote, like, sometimes things in life don't make sense until we look back and connect the dots. That's what I'm kind of sensing here. And you're very much a sign of like, you know, the connectivity of like dots and events and stuff like that, because you guys are constantly really always seeking innovation. And I think you're innovating here big time. And you're actually finding more strength with this Emperor, right? And I think what's going to be justifiable here, because if you take a look at this row, right, 3 of Swords, Justice card, the Emperor. Well, the lesson with all this is Libra, and Libra is like your understanding that the injustices of the past, the things that weren't fair, are now up for you to correct, right? So if there's things in your life at this time that, or things in your life, whether it's now or in the past, that, you know, weren't fair, it's like you're now like establishing either boundaries or balance, or bringing balance to the situation. And I think the balance comes from putting yourself first, and I think that's what you're doing. And, you know, although it may kind of be disappointing, or maybe even something that, you know, you feel like you don't want to do, but you have to do. But I think it's ultimately, you know, showing you your inner reservoir of strength and power. So let's see here. Yeah, look at that. It says freedom, action. You have the horse here. So I think a lot of this is about your own independence, your freedom, and your own autonomy. And it's interesting too, because a lot of you are really wanting to build more better quality relationships in your life. You want the ones in your life that are really true to your values, and ones that you can trust, and ones that are built on truth. And that's what you're working toward. And it's disappointing that, you know, there have been people in the past that have disappointed you, and maybe you've kind of disappointed yourself. Maybe you didn't always have the strongest integrity in yourself, right? I mean, we're human. Sometimes we do it. Sometimes we're not as honest with ourselves as we should be. And, you know, it could be a culmination of all those things. And that's why this hangman is here, is like to show you, like, to have more compassion for yourself. It's okay to let go and surrender. Because it's interesting too, because a lot of you, it's like your spiritual strength. You're starting to become very spiritually strong. With the Four of Pentacles, like if you look at this row, this is all like material stuff. And Neptune, which is the archetype of the hangman, is like the surrendering of the material. It's everything that is abstract and that is not tangible, right? And it deals with our core essence of who we are, our spiritual essence. And so for some of you, it's like you're also starting to find your spiritual strength. And I think you're really starting to understand, like, it doesn't really matter what the material things you have in your life. It's like at the end of the day, it matters about, like, do you feel spiritually fulfilled? Do you feel spiritually at peace? I want to keep calling y'all Capricorn, but this is Aquarius, I know. So let's clarify this, shall we? Clarify this Four of Pentacles for Aquarius. Two of Cups here. A lot of you are really working on building that firm foundation within inside yourself here. Yeah, that's what I'm really getting with that. A lot of you are starting to understand when it's important to be like critical, and, you know, when it's important to be critical, and when it's important to be, like, you know, more to have more empathy. But it's like you're not going to let anybody take advantage of that. So it's like you're understanding, like, the balance. You have the King of Swords here, that's on the Three of Cups. And then you pull the Eight of Wands on the Three of Swords. Yeah, I just feel like you're being very stern and very discerning about the people you surround yourself with. And I think it's like you're valuing truth. And I think you're learning here a great deal about the importance of truth, the importance of trust here. Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles here in the challenge. Yeah, some of you, this could definitely be around your home life and your family life with this Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, right? And also, too, a lot of you have always felt like the outcast. I'm picking up like the black sheep. And I think that really used to affect you, but now it's like you're understanding here that, there's nothing really wrong with you. Like if somebody tried to project that guilt onto you. Two of Pentacles in the Death card, you're going through transformation. Your overall, like your life has gone through a lot of big transformations. And you're just working, you're still sort of in a process of transformation. Because I feel like that's something that you kind of consistently seek out anyways. So it's just like you're just trying to get better. And then you have the Justice card, Eight of Cups. Yep. You're letting go of certain relationships, certain dynamics in your life to where there's not balance or fairness or truth or trust. Clarify this Hangman for Aquarius. Nine of Cups. Yeah, I think you're really truly finding spiritual peace. And I think you're like releasing all of this baggage, and because you're doing that, it's creating a vacuum here to attract newer blessings into your life, and it's also bringing deep satisfaction. I think you're becoming okay with letting things from the past continue to wither away because they don't serve your life anymore. Yeah, you're definitely walking away from the things that you felt that where you didn't feel valued, and you're understanding that you deserve better for yourself, and that's like the ultimate. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to focus. That's like the ultimate achievement here for you. And then the Five of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. This is you just sort of transmuting energies, and any emotion that you feel is like you're channeling it into being productive or creating something better. Instead of channeling a negative energy into destruction, it's like you're channeling it and transmuting it into constructive energies. And I think that's going to pay off for you a great deal with this Emperor and the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, Aquarius, that's what I got for you for your September 2023 reading here. There's some things that you're rethinking and having to process and evaluate. There's things that you're reflecting on. There's even memories that you're going through, and you're just trying to ultimately figure out how you can solve this personal issue that you've been facing. And I see you solving it through like having more grace for yourself, more like, clearing out these things in your life that haven't been allowing you to feel more harmony or to feel harmony. So that's what I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. And yeah, if this video resonated with you, you can be sure to leave a thumbs up. It does help the channel. Also, if you want to book a reading with me, you can. It's down below in the description. The readings are on sale, the personal readings. So if you want one, I would get them now. I'll answer any specific question that you have. And yeah, otherwise than that, I'm going to jump on to the next video. I'm going to do Pisces. So if you have Pisces placements, I'll see you in the Pisces read. If not, I'll see you later. Bye, y'all.